Plunderstorm, is it over already? Let's find out.
A lot of people are asking on YouTube, on socials, and here on Twitch, what do you think of the game? Well, there's W's and there's L's. There's good things and there's bad things. Let's cover the good first.
Okay.
I think the game mode itself, the gameplay itself, is very fun. After playing yesterday for many hours, diving in, I woke up this morning early, started my stream an hour early. Like, I want to play the game. That's good. The gameplay is fun. It's clearly fun. The engine is on WoW, which is smooth. So the engine is fantastic. Obviously, it's the WoW engine. And
now, this is a positive, obviously, but this is a diminishing returns positive, okay? Something being new, by default, is gonna attract your attention more and you're gonna want to play it more because it is new. That's how new things work. That's why new toys are more fun than old toys. That's simply how we always will look at things. So that in itself being one of the big positives of Plunderstorm is a thing that's gonna slip further and further and further away until the point that you don't even care about it because it's no longer new to you, which is arguably not great.
the gameplay's fun. That's what everything was hinging on. If the gameplay sucks, the game sucks. If the gameplay's fun, the game's fun. The gameplay's actually pretty fun, and that's the biggest possible W, right? Because that, I mean, at the end of the day, if everything else is good but the gameplay sucks, then the game's gonna fail, right?
Fun but repetitive. Well, let's see how it goes.
The gameplay's fun. So that's what I can say very, very, very first. It seems like it has some replayability because there's different builds every single game. I like that it's classless. I think that was really smart. I like the simplicity of solo duos. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that I think it's good. I think it's fun. I think the gameplay's great. And I'm really, really, really hyped to play. Yeah, I mean, those are the kind of the obvious.
Really, is the gameplay that great though? People already figured the meta out on the first day, so there were some problems. There was this flowchart of how you're supposed to play Plunderstorm. Drop down specific mob, kill it, get the fiery whirlwind thing, win game. Don't get fiery whirlwind thing, get killed by someone with fiery whirlwind thing, queue again, rinse and repeat. It's a very simple flowchart essentially, and that seems to be absolutely true.
Things, I think a lot of people in the community are saying that, like, no duh. Okay, so that's that's the W. What are the L's? What could they be doing better? What are people complaining about? And what do I think are the things that people are complaining about that they shouldn't be? All right, well, we have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
The first L that I actually think is an L, and I think I understand why they're doing it, is that it's tied into Dragonflight like this. It's tied into Dragonflight. You have to download Dragonflight and then the Plunderstorm. Now, the reason why it makes sense is, as a WoW addict myself, they make you download modern WoW. They make you download the latest expansion. I guess not, like download retail. And they make you look at your characters every time you want to play, which is like, and they give you rewards for logging in. So it's like a gateway drug, right?
Yeah.
So it's a really smart marketing tool. And I mean, I think that's probably why they did it. So it makes a lot of sense from a business perspective. But as a consumer, I would have much rather seen Plunderstorm in its own launcher, in its own game like Hearthstone, in its own separate just Plunderstorm. It comes out in its own game mode, free to play with skins. Now,
well, that would obviously make the player base of Plunderstorm go down a lot.
Now, the next thing, moving on to my next point, I do not think it should be $15 a month to play Plunderstorm. Why? Well, we look at other games, other BRs, namely Fortnite, that blew up like 100x more than anyone thought, 1000x more than anyone thought. They just went massive to the mainstream. You kind of have to have a free-to-play model for that. There's not going to be millions of people that sub to play Plunderstorm, but there might be millions of concurrent users on Plunderstorm that play if it's free to play. Well, how do you monetize? Well, you add skins in, just like Fortnite or some of these other free to play games like League of Legends, and it can still be very, very profitable and monetizable for a company like Blizzard, who at the end of the day is trying to make money. So Free-to-play plus skins is probably a better model for Plunderstorm than putting it behind a $15 per month paywall, in my opinion. Having it in the same launcher as Dragonflight, I understand.
I don't know about that. The big problem with that to me sounds like, how the fuck are you gonna sell this? Like, look at this abomination in front of my eyes. Like, well, what is that? A mecha gnome? Burn it with fire. Why did we not just genocide all of these disgusting little fucking freaks of nature? I don't know. But yeah, selling something like this is gonna be pretty hard to people, okay? World of Warcraft players are not happy with the fact that these abominations exist. The casual person that doesn't know any of this, yeah, they're gonna look at this, they're gonna vomit, and they're never gonna log in.
Understand the practicality behind it from the business perspective and the marketing perspective, but I don't think it's a win for the end consumer, right? I think having its own launcher now, it's also lower risk the way they did it. It's higher risk to make Plunderstorm its own full-on marketed game and then have it suck, and then they have to pull the plug eventually, or, you know, put it into like this maintenance mode, which kind of just sucks, versus it's much lower risk to come out with a limited time event and then they can pull the plug anytime they want, then they say thanks for playing. So it's lower risk and it's a good market. Like, so I understand why they did it this way, but having played and having it be so good, it makes me think this could literally be like so amazing if it was its own standalone game, free to play plus skins, and it just marketed to the damn masses, and it just 1000x's what everyone thinks, right? So that's kind of where my head's.
Okay, I don't think that idea is gonna succeed because it's simple. You can compare Plunderstorm to something like Fortnite, but then you need to understand. Fortnite has a unique appeal to it. Every game is different, everything, you know, plays out different, blah, 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 this and that. In Plunderstorm, again, everything follows the flow chart. Drop on specific mob, kill it, get Firestorm, win game. No, lose game, go next. There's not a lot of variety available in Plunderstorm in general. And so the games start to feel monotonous, tedious, the same as previously. You always essentially have one plan after you're no longer new to the game, and well, you either succeed at that plan or you don't, but the plan doesn't really change.
Out with the L's. Another L, and this is like a mini L, is I don't really love the idea of the whole pirate theme. I understand it, and I think it's fine. I don't hate it. I also don't think it's very necessary. I do. I actually hate the pirate theme. I don't think that there's anything appealing in seeing this thing as a pirate or a panda pirate. It's just stupid. Just a Warcraft themed BR probably would have maybe been better in terms of not accessibility, but like understandability. Just like the game mode, it doesn't necessarily need to be anything with pirates. The pirate theme seems maybe slightly forced. It doesn't seem necessary. Now, do I hate it? No, it's fine. It just doesn't seem necessary. And I feel like a Warcraft themed BR would maybe even reach like a more broad audience. It's not just like niche into pirates for no reason. So that's another like mini L, right? It's not a massive deal, right? So the game mode's fun. It could probably be its own standalone client. It should probably be free to play, and it should probably not necessarily be just pirates. Those are my thoughts in the first 24 hours. Now, I have to disagree with a lot of things I've been reading online. Some of the things I've been reading online, first and foremost, are this isn't what we asked for as a community, Blizzard L. I'm going to disagree with that L. Full-heartedly. First of all, what's behind the sentiment that game companies should only make what you're asking for? Isn't it a game company's duty to come out with something that we all wanted and didn't know we wanted? And then
holy, I didn't expect a good take like that. But yeah, that's true. I also dislike a lot of people who say, oh, this is not what we asked for. Oh, you're known for doing X, but now you decided to do something else? We don't want you to do something else. So you want always the same thing. You're essentially advocating for, the 25th release of Assassin's Creed once again, and then you're surprised it's shit and the same. You're advocating for the same stuff if you're of that opinion, okay? Now, Blizzard, whatever they do, if they decide to make something new, if no one asked for it, that's fine. No one asked for Hearthstone also, by the way. Was a success for a long time. No one asked for Palworld. No one asked for Helldivers. No one asked for a lot of things that are currently really loved. No one also asked for Fortnite, by the way. It is what it is.
To blow our socks off? Isn't that kind of what this has been doing? Look at Twitch, look at YouTube, look at the comment. Everyone's loving this. When no one was necessarily asking for it, and everyone seems to be loving it. First day. So it's like, yeah, exactly.
Again, the big problem here is the first day. You can review everything on the first day, and it's probably going to be extremely fun, honestly. Diablo 4 was fun at the first day. Hell, Diablo 4 was fun for the first week when it came out. But after it turned to shit.
Releasing a game mode that everyone, like, that a lot of people enjoy, but no one was asking for, is the duty of a game developer. So I think that sentiment is completely just like out of left field.
Now, it's not the actual duty of a game developer to do that, but they can do it and you have no technical right to complain. They do what they want.
And it's just a pessimistic, narcissistic take. Like, let's get that out of here. And then the second thing is like, I didn't ask for this. I think that's just like an absolutely narcissistic, selfish take of like, I didn't ask for this, so why did you put this in the game? It's like,
yeah.
Excuse me.
Dude, people who actually are so delusional, it's crazy. It's like in the YouTube comment section, you sometimes get people who are like, they ask a question and then they fucking have a full-blown meltdown the fact that you didn't answer them. What? Why do you think you what? Why do you, how are you this egocentric, okay? How can you constantly think that you deserve answers for everything that you want? Do you think the world revolves around you? If you don't like a Plunderstorm, that's your own problem, okay? I think this is gonna be abandoned in roughly 3 days. That's my problem. If it's true, who cares that I'm right? If it's not true, who cares? Your problem, okay?
There's a lot of people that would absolutely love this. Now, a more mature take would be something like, I don't like this, but a lot of people will, and I'm glad Blizzard's taking chances or trying something new. Go enjoy it if this is your cup of tea. And I've seen a lot of people say that, so I'll give credit where credit's due. But man, the people on the forums just saying like, massive Blizzard L, I didn't ask for this. It's just like, dude, gotta touch some grass on that one, bud. So that's my whole...
Dude, at least say who, at least asked who asked for this, okay? And, questions like that sometimes do make sense, but when you're making about yourself, I didn't ask for this, you're just a loser idiot, okay? At the end of the day, that's you, baby girl, a loser idiot. Now, this is a different conversation for an existing game, like, I don't know, World of Warcraft, and they suddenly add something like, pet battles, and then you do have kind of the right of saying, wait, who asked for this? Why is this necessary? No one likes it, no one wanted it. Now, admittedly, the reality there is different, but that's just an example, right? In an existing game that does certain things, and if they completely flip the script and add just something random while the game is bad, then you can ask who asked for this. And then it's a legitimate question. But you still should never say, I didn't ask for this. Well, shit, tough luck, baby girl. Again, the world does not revolve around you. It is what it is. Go make an OnlyFans.
That's my take on those L comments. That the L comments are L comments, right? Like they're just, yeah, get those out of here. There are L's though, right? There are L's. Now, where do I see this going in the future? Man, I think a kill counter. I think better balance, even though the balance seems fine right now. There's a lot of good builds.
Are there? Also, the thing that actually completely made me batty Plunderstorm instantaneously when it got announced was the fact that the devs said, oh, we're not gonna balance anything. This is a fun mode primary. Yeah, okay. That was the biggest red flag of Plunderstorm for me. The fact that the developers just instantaneously said, yeah, we're not going to balance shit, have fun. Yeah, the meta is going to emerge, and, you know, it is what it is. If you don't balance it, if you don't make everything else viable, that's just going to be shit and boring, okay? It is what it is. Deal with that. You need to balance things. That was the biggest red flag for Plunderstorm. But then again, on the other hand, I'm like, well, Blizzard hasn't balanced a single game for the past 20 years, so it's not like they're gonna balance it even if they try. They're probably just gonna nerf things into the ground and, you know, call it a day.
Ranked mode, tournament play, its own game launcher, solos, duos, maybe they add quads, like you could play with 4 people. Better rewards, more skins.
Okay, wow. Oh, boys. Bruh, I just got...
Man, sky's the limit. Sky is the limit with something like this. So,
boys, we in. We in. Anyway, that was audio. It is what it is. 10 out of 10. I need to stop texting. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sensei. Thanks for watching. Subscribing. Have a nice day. Bye.